Hi, Phil. When do you think you'll get home?
I'm not sure. The project is really blowing up, so I think that I'll need to keep the long hours for now.
Can't Howard take over for a night?
I don't want to ask him to step up now. I'm holding on to the favors he owes me for something big.
I really need to talk to you.
What's wrong? You aren't mad at me, are you?
I do really miss you, but I wouldn't say that I'm mad at you. I did go to the doctor today, though.
Did they find something? Do I need to start taking time off to nurse you?
That's so sweet, but it's not anything we can't handle. No need to start panicking.
Thank God. You scared me there for a minute. You should have started saying that it wasn't anything bad.
Sorry about that. I wasn't trying to scare you. But we do need to talk about what the doctor said.
What? Why? You said it wasn't anything serious.
It is serious, just not fatal. I got some results. Sorry, but I would really rather talk about it than text.
It's been a really long day, hon. Can we talk about it some other time? I really need to focus on work.
It's really important, though. I know you're busy, but this is something that will affect our future.
That sounds ominous.
Believe me, you'll understand why I'm pressing when you get home.
Fine, I'll see if Harold is willing to take on tonight. But I'll need you to give me a little something to make up for me by sacrificing that just so we can talk.
Oh, I'll make it up to you. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna see what I can do. When I know if it's possible, I'll let you know when I'll be home.
Thanks, Phil. Hopefully you'll feel better when you get home. I'll make sure to have something special planned for you as a reward.
Oh, that sounds promising. Talk soon.
Hey, Phil. I was wondering when you would be able to make it home. Phil? I thought you were gonna try to come home on time.
Hi, babe. Sorry, I couldn't get out of it. Howard already had other plans.
When do you think you'll be home then?
Actually, it looks like I'm gonna need to stay here and sleep for a few days. Given how much they need me at work, I can't really waste time on the commute.
What? They can't expect you to sleep at work.
There's a hotel nearby. I can get a room there and just go back and forth as long as they need me.
That's... How could you even agree to that?
It's a really important project. If it works out, I'll get a promotion and then we can move into a bigger place. Not that we need it though, since you can't get pregnant.
Wow. That's a bit cold. But I'm not worried about getting a bigger place. I'm worried about you and how all of this work will affect you. You're gonna get burnt out if you keep this up. Over the last year, you've been at work more than you've been home. It isn't even close, and I really miss you.
Sorry, but this is really important.
Well, how about I come by for lunch? Or dinner? I want to see you.
I really don't need the distraction. You'll want to talk about whatever the doctor said, and right now I just don't have the bandwidth to deal with whatever is wrong with you, since you said it is not life-threatening. At this point, I think it's pretty clear that you're infertile. I mean, we've been trying for almost 5 years now. Instead of worrying about that, I want to focus on work. When that settles down, then we can talk about your infertility and what to do next.
That's a bit harsh.
I'm just being honest. We've been dancing around this for a while, and I just don't want to pretend anymore.
Well, I was gonna wait to tell you in person, but the big news is that I'm pregnant.
What? How is that possible?
Like you said, we've been trying for a while, and it finally happened.
I can't believe you would just drop this on me while I'm in the middle of such a big project. This is not okay.
I didn't want to tell you like this, but I don't even know when I'm gonna see you again.
You should have just waited until I came home. Now I'm gonna be too distracted to do well. I can't believe you would do this to me.
I thought you would be happy. Why are you turning this into something bad? You didn't want to talk to me because you thought I was just gonna give you bad news. I thought that hearing that it was something positive, you would be overjoyed. I'm sorry that you feel that it's an inconvenience.
Of course it's an inconvenience. Do you have any idea how much harder it will be to work knowing that my wife is knocked up now, while I'm trying to keep us afloat?
What do you mean, keeping us afloat? We aren't in any financial danger right now. Money's not an issue, you know that.
I don't want to just live off of your money. I wanted to be the breadwinner.
I thought you wanted to be a father.
Don't turn this around on me. You've messed up everything.
Wow. I'm very glad to learn about how you see this. I thought you would be happy. This wasn't even remotely what I expected when I told you.
Well, you shouldn't have sprung this on me in the middle of a huge project.
You were supposed to come home and talk to me.
When I didn't message you, you should have figured it out. I'm too busy to be dealing with personal drama.
You know what? That's fine. Good luck with your project. I won't bother you again until you contact me.
Thank you. You should have just done that to begin with. Hey, Hazel. Why aren't you picking up the phone?
Oh, are you ready to talk to me?
What's with the attitude? You should be happy to hear from me.
Really?
Yeah. You haven't even tried to contact me over the last week. What's going on?
I'm not even sure how to respond to that.
Tell me why you're being so cold.
Aren't you in the middle of a big project? Won't I just be an unnecessary distraction with all of the personal drama?
That's not fair. I was stressed when you messaged me, so of course I snapped. I didn't mean it. You know that I love you, so please drop the attitude.
Wow, okay.
So you were kidding about being pregnant, right?
Huh. I figured that you would eventually get to the real reason why you contacted me.
Well, you're infertile, so I know you couldn't have been serious. If you want, I can make some time to come home over the next day or two. Then we can talk about your problem. I've got the project under control, so I can spare some time for my favorite wife.
Don't worry about it. I know how important work is to you. I'm doing just fine.
So I was right, wasn't I? You aren't really pregnant.
I am really pregnant. I went in for my first appointment earlier in the week and sent the sonogram to our parents. Your mother was really excited.
You have to be joking. You wouldn't really send pictures without talking to me first, would you?
No need for you to worry about it, Phil. I've got it all taken care of.
You have no right going to my parents like that. I should have gotten to tell them about my child.
Yeah, but there was no way to tell when you would actually have time to bother with all the stuff. Not with your important project.
I'm coming home tonight and we're gonna talk about this.
Whatever you say, Phil.
Why are you being like this? You should want to include me in all of this. After all, you're pregnant with my baby.
Wow. I really wish I would have seen this side of you before we married. I shouldn't have ignored the red flags. Hopefully I'll learn from all of this and make smarter choices in the future.
What's that supposed to mean?
You've gotten increasingly crueler to me over the last couple of years. I'm sick of it. And now that I have a child, I need to take care of it. I really don't think that this marriage should continue.
Don't say that. I love you. And you know how important work is to me. I realize I have let it get to be too much, and I'm really sorry. I swear going forward, all of that will change. I'll finally have a family.
If you really want to work on our relationship, it's going to take more than one discussion while you're taking a short break from work.
I know, I get that. I'll be home in 20 minutes, and then we can talk. Make sure you're home so that we can get started.
Fine. What do you want for dinner? I'm getting hungry.
Don't worry about dinner. I'll take care of it.
I don't understand why you suddenly care.
I always cared. I was just under a lot of stress. You're being so unfair right now.
Can you blame me after what you said when I told you I was pregnant? Then you didn't even bother to check on me.
I was working. How can you hold that against me? I was trying to be a good husband.
You were doing a poor job getting mad at me when I was trying to see you to give you good news, then accused me of causing you problems.
I'm sorry, okay? I realized that what I did was wrong. Why don't you go take a nice bath? When I get home, I'll prove how sorry I am by taking care of dinner.
If I'm being honest, I don't feel well right now, and really don't feel like talking to you.
I will make it worth your while. I mean, I shouldn't have to convince you to talk to me because I'm your husband. I guess that just proves that you're pregnant.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're being unreasonably emotional.
I'm turning off my phone now.
No, you aren't. You women wouldn't know what to do without your phone. I'll be there soon, and I'll make sure to give you a meal you won't forget.
Where did you get the food?
Your favorite restaurant. Why? Are you gonna complain about it?
I feel really sick now.
It's probably just the pregnancy making you feel sick.
No, I really feel sick.
Just go sleep it off. You'll feel much better when you wake up.
Phil, please come back. I think I need to go to the hospital. I'm having trouble breathing.
I already gave you over an hour of my time. I need to get back to work now.
Please, I really don't feel well.
Just go to bed early. There's nothing I can do right now.
If you really want to show me that you're gonna take me and the baby seriously, you need to turn around and come back home.
You're just being melodramatic. Besides, with as cold as you were, why would I want to come home? I don't want any more of your verbal abuse. I mean, I'm tired of you accusing me of being a terrible husband. I'm doing the best I can. See? And now you're giving me the cold shoulder. Whatever. I'm not gonna bother talking to you for a few days. Not until you're ready to apologize to me. Hi, Hazel. Just thought I would check in on you. I know we're fighting, but I figured we should still keep talking.
Hi, Phil. It's so nice of you to finally contact me after nearly a week. I hope that you have found as much excitement as I did.
What's that supposed to mean?
I went to the hospital. There were peanuts in the dish you got me.
What? They know not to put peanuts in your food. I can't believe the restaurant made that mistake.
Yeah, the restaurant made that mistake.
I guess that must have been really hard on you.
What? Going to the hospital and nearly dying? Sure, it was hard on me.
I bet that it killed the baby. We should sue them.
I should have known.
What? That we couldn't trust the people who run that place? Yeah, we should have. I'm sure they were jealous of us, so they messed with your food.
Sure.
I'm sorry you had it so rough. I'll make sure to have someone look into suing the restaurant.
Don't bother.
Of course I'm going to bother. They almost killed you, and they killed my baby.
Just focus on you. I'll take care of things here.
Thanks, babe. I knew I could count on you. I'll contact you when I have a few free minutes.
I got the divorce papers.
I'm really sorry. I had wanted to give them to you in person, but I just don't see things letting up at work. I know it has to be hard on you, but after what happened with the baby and the way you've been treating me, I just can't keep doing this.
Sure, I get it.
You don't have to do that. I know that you're broken up about this, and believe me, I didn't go into this lightly. I just don't see how we can recover from this loss. I mean, you know how much I've always wanted a family. It took 2 years for you to get pregnant, then you lost the baby because of your allergies. I can't keep going on this roller coaster. I'm so sorry.
Sure, that makes sense. Don't worry about it, Phil. I'll sign the papers.
You don't have to act brave, Hazel. I know how much you love me, and I'm so sorry that this probably feels like it comes out of nowhere. I just can't keep this up anymore.
I get it. You don't need to worry about me. I'll be fine.
I know you probably see me as the bad guy, but believe me, I'm not. This is best for both of us.
Oh, I absolutely agree. I'm very glad you took the initiative to get these done, despite all of the important work you are doing.
I knew you were upset about it. You don't have to be so snarky. Feel free to let it out. I know you're hurting.
Sure, you can tell yourself that if it makes you feel better.
I always hated it when you played tough. That's not the woman I married.
I'll sign the papers and turn them in.
I appreciate it. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna call to make sure that you followed through with the filing. I know that you like to be sneaky when it comes to getting your way.
You do whatever you have to. I'm on my way to file it now, just going to review it with my lawyer first.
Whoa, we don't need to get lawyers involved. It's pretty straightforward. We'll split everything 50-50.
Yeah, no, that isn't happening. If that's what the papers say, I'm gonna send you an updated version. You'll have a few days to look it over and sign it.
I'm not signing any other agreement. My filing is perfectly acceptable given the situation. It's a no-fault divorce, so I went with the standard.
I'm sorry you think that way. You couldn't be more wrong. But I'll let the police explain everything to you.
The police? What are you talking about? The police have nothing to do with our getting divorced. That's a civil matter.
Oh no, I almost ruined the surprise. But this definitely is not a no-fault divorce. I know about Cynthia.
You know? I mean, we're just friends, and she's my client. There's nothing going on with her.
The pictures of you and her at your office and the hotel suggest otherwise. The fact that she's been telling people at your job that she's pregnant? Well, that is even worse for you.
She's lying. We don't have that kind of relationship.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Phil.
I'm coming home so we can talk this out.
No need. I sold the house. You would know that if you had bothered to come home.
You sold the house and you didn't tell me?
It was in my name. You never paid a dime for it. And when you signed the prenup, you agreed that you wouldn't fight me about it. There really wasn't any need to tell you.
I can't believe you would do this to me.
You did just send someone to serve me divorce papers without talking to me. It seems that we're on the same page. Well, not quite, but I'm trying not to spoil the surprise.
What are you talking about? We need to sit down and talk now.
No, that's really not necessary. You just keep working, but do try to reach a good stopping point.
No, I'm coming home and you will talk to me about what you've done.
Aw, poor baby. Just can't stand when someone else takes control,
Don't talk to me like that. I'm your husband. Show me some respect.
The only thing I'm willing to show you is the evidence of your affair. I really, really hope she was worth it.
No, I won't accept this. We're gonna hash this out until I'm satisfied with things.
That's not happening. Enjoy your surprise.
What the hell? Why are the police here?
Surprise! They have some questions for you. Not that it matters since there's plenty of evidence of what you did.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
You remember that meal that you brought me a couple of weeks ago? The one that you added peanut oil to? They're going to ask you all about it.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything to your food. It was the restaurant that screwed it up. We even agreed that we were going to sue them for killing our baby.
We never agreed to anything like that. I talked to the restaurant owners and they said that even though you didn't tell them not to add peanuts, they knew it was my favorite food, so they made it the way I like it. However, the cameras show you getting peanut oil from the store after you got the food. You were even filmed putting the oil on my food.
I would never do that.
I can't believe I was even dumb enough to marry you. Were you hoping to kill both me and my baby? Or were you just trying to make me carry?
I didn't want to do either of those things.
I mean, I figured you wanted to kill me. If they would have put peanuts into the food, it probably would have killed me too. That would make sense since you thought you were my beneficiary.
What do you mean? I am your beneficiary.
Thank you for that. It helps me establish the motive. Don't worry, my child will never know about it. In fact, my baby will never learn about his father at all.
What? What are you talking about? The baby died.
Nope, I'm still pregnant. Although now I'm going to the doctors a bit more often to make sure there were no adverse effects. Guess that should make you happy, though.
Yes, of course. I'm glad the baby didn't die. I'm gonna help raise my kid.
Are you still hiding from the police? You realize that you're just prolonging the inevitable. I mean, I'm fine if you want to add another charge besides attempted murder.
What? No, they can't take me. I didn't do anything. Hazel, call them off. You have to tell them I'm innocent. Hazel!
After realizing that she was having an allergic reaction, Hazel managed to use an EpiPen. Then she went to the hospital to make sure everything was all right. Afraid for her baby's health, she went to the doctor a bit more often just to make sure everything was progressing normally. She gave birth to a beautiful, healthy baby boy. Although she changed her name back to her maiden name, and she gave her son her name, Hazel still let her former in-laws play a part in her son's life. After all, they weren't to blame for what happened. Phil was arrested and spent several weeks in jail. At first, his job stood beside him, but once he was convicted of attempted murder, they fired him. The court sentenced him to 16 years in prison. By the time he was convicted, he was already divorced. His pregnant girlfriend soon dumped him when it became clear that he was not going to be able to give her the comfortable life she had expected. Cynthia hadn't helped plan the attempted murder, but she had expected him to get a lot of money from the divorce. When it became clear that he wasn't anything without his wife, She started looking for a rich man who would take care of her. Hazel reached out to her thinking that her son should know his half-sibling, but she learned that Phil wasn't even the biological father. Cynthia had just planned to use him. Hazel never heard from either of them again. Hazel moved close to her parents, and they provided a lot of support as she started a new life as a mother.